and has actually taken his business, really has built it in 90 days, I suppose, from brand new to #1 publication. So and he's going to take us through some of the ideas he's come up with. We've worked with Nick now for a long time, just when he started off with Bespoke and going through, and then we'll follow up with Kundo from REA. And I know, obviously, REA have been getting some negative press lately. I don't know why, because they're just putting out better and better stuff, in my opinion. And I think really now we've signed up for Pro as a group, and some of the stuff available there is amazing. And they've just announced this morning a new app as well, which will just get better and better as part of that Pro. So I just think there's some amazing lead generation ideas out there at the moment. I will predicate this, and Nick and I have always talked about this. Nick's an old real estate guy like me, and guys, there's a lot of things we can do for brand awareness and getting our name out there and building a brand. But remember, ultimately, you've still got to do the things that real estate agents do, and I know Nick will touch on that as well today. So I won't waffle on. Nick Friend, over to you.
All right. Okay. So guys, I know I've got limited time, and I know that I can talk. So I have written a bit of a list here of stuff to get through that I do want to talk about. We'll do stop share. So I'm going to be that person. Can you guys all see this screen, the building a brand screen?
Yes.
All right, perfect. So I'm not going to go through my whole career timeline, but I've been in real estate 20 years, first real estate agent in Australia to list and sell a property on social media. 10 years ago next month, it will be. So I haven't even come up with a celebration with that. But ever since I did that, it started to tweak the way I started to market myself across social media. And then 10 years later, we've got a marketing agency where we've got 1,600 members across 10 countries. So this is basically when we did it back in September. It was just a random post that was on Facebook. 6 weeks later, we did it again. I did it again. And that's where I thought, okay, I'm onto something here. So that's basically, when it comes to the social, my very long career in a short period of time. Reason I bring up this screenshot here, guys, I'm not sure if you're aware that Instagram has now been indexed by Google. Now, what that means is you can see these captions here. Now, in your captions, anything that you write is going to be picked up by Google, which means your Instagram accounts now are a lead generation. Anything that you put in there picks up by Google. It's a lead generation tool. So reason I bring that up is I want you to start thinking about, now this is all cost-effective way. What Mark's saying as far as you've got to do the work, that's great, but we also want to look at cost effectiveness. As far as think about the wording and the context that you're putting in your captions. So it's not just listed 3-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage. It's give it a little bit more emphasis. If it's a family home, if it's a family size swimming pool, if it's a backyard for the kids to play in, things that a buyer would search into Google, words that a buyer would search into Google, it will actually start to pull up your Instagram account. So think about that, and it will also pick up your videos, your reels as well. So anything that you speak, Google will pick that up. Now, the other thing that we've got with Agency HQ, when we talk about lead generation, now lead generation is not hard, and we've got to think about I suppose, the ecosystem that people are living in now. We all want stuff. We all want it straight away. If we look at what Agency HQ has got with the CoreLogic customer engagement tool, scan this QR code over here on the right-hand side to get an instant property report. Now, Mark, we've been running this for, what, two years or so, I think, and we've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of leads coming through. Peter Sayers here, I think he's on the mid-north coast. I'm absolutely blown away by how well this has worked for Peter, but it's one of those things, team, where you get a letterbox drop with something like this. People want to know the price. They may not always want an agent to come through, but they want to know the price of their property. Now, why that's good, they scan that, they get a fully branded report from Agency HQ, and the agent gets the lead. So what you're doing a couple of things there. You've got lead generation, but you're offering value. You're offering a service. So for people to just quickly get an update on their property in a way that's easy and convenient for them. I mean, you think about it. If you get this DL card or you get this social media ad, let's say 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night when you get home, you're not going to ring a real estate agent, are you? And the moment's lost. So by the time you wake up the next day or you see that ad on social media, that moment's gone. Whereas at least at 8 o'clock at night, yeah, I want to know what my place is worth. Scan that, boom, they get the report in less than 20 seconds sent to their email, and you get the lead. Over on the left-hand side here, we can see a campaign that we've run. Now, this was actually, I don't know if I can move this.
Hi, Nick. So sorry to interrupt you. Not sure if you're sharing the right screen. We can find out the value of your property in just 20 seconds.
Yep.
Is that the image that you're sharing at the moment?
Yeah, is that, you can't see that one?
Else? We can find the value of your property in just 20 seconds. Is that what you want to share?
Yeah, that's one with the QR code here at the top.
No QR code, Nick.
No QR code.
Okay, hang on.
No QR code on that one either.
So can you see on the left hand? Sorry, Mark.
No, we've got you up on the screen now. The good looking bloke from years ago.
Hang on, that's let me have a look, because that should not be the case. Where are we? Where are we? So can you see? All right. So what have you got up there now?
You got your photo and your introduction slide.
Okay.
Now we've got you.
Yep. Okay. I don't have you guys. Zoom, yeah. Redirecting. Now let me just try this one. Okay, cancel that. And let me just try this one again. Okay, share, and where are we? We should be on this one.
Okay, so we've got to find out the value for your property in just 20 seconds. No QR code.
Yeah, and this should be. Okay, have you got this one? Has that got the QR code with the image on the left with the Facebook ad?
No.
Your screen sharing is paused. Okay, what about the before and after?
No.
No.
No, okay. That is. Sorry, guys. Share this one. Okay, you should be able to see before and after here in a Canva link.
Yes, we can.
We can
This is
see
it?
the whole Canva.
Okay, what about now? Can you see that?
Yep, but you see the whole camera, just so you know, so that's all right.
Click present full screen, please.
Hang on, full Canva. Share. Safari. Okay, so we can see that.
Yep. No, it just says
Just
has
that.
started screen. Double click to enter full screen.
Hang on.
There we go.
Okay, you can see this Canva file.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fair enough. Go for
Okay,
it.
okay, yep, okay, we'll do it this way. Sorry, guys, I've got no idea. I can't see on this little computer. Okay, so you can see this QR code here at the top right-hand corner.
Yep.
So to scan that, so these are DL cards. So this is what we're talking about as far as if you are putting out a social media ad or a DL letterbox drop or a flyer at the local cafe or in your shop front window. This is a report that the guys can get, that your members can get, sorry, your marketplace can get in less than 20 seconds. You get the lead, they get the information straight away, and you get to obviously follow them up. Now, this here on the left-hand side, a would you like to know how we got 50,000 local people seeing this property at no cost? This is where I see a lot of agents who will talk about social media, and they'll talk to a vendor about, yeah, we've got a buyer, or we're going to put you on social media, and that's all great. But it's what you do with that. So this particular campaign, we had about 50,000 people that this property reached, and we actually turned that screenshot into a DL letterbox drop and into a social media ad. And that was just something a little bit different. So if we look at lead generation, it's not difficult if we're doing something a little bit different. If we keep seeing the would you like a free market appraisal, would you like I'm in your street this week, that stuff doesn't really stand out. It's not sexy. But then again, if we put something out, would you like a property valuation in less than 20 seconds, that's still doing something a little bit different. That's going to cut through the noise. But if we look at what we do as real estate agents, we're good at selling what we do. We're good at selling our results, but not what we do very well. So there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes in getting a property ready for market that people don't see. So we're going to come to the selling in spring in a second, but guys, we would know as listing and selling property, there's a lot of work that goes into getting a house ready for market. And I don't think as an industry, we're great at really selling that. So before and after, showing the work that you put into getting a property ready for market. So we'll touch on the selling in spring. Guys, we've got about a month, right, before we've got the spring campaign or the spring market coming up. This is the time with your marketing to be pushing out selling in spring starts in winter. Have you got a contract for sale? Do you need to get the carpets cleaned? Do you need to get your walls painted? Do you need to get your light fittings redone? Do you need to get the handles on your bench tops or your cupboards and all that sort of thing cleaned up? Do you need to get those odd jobs around? Because these things take time. We've got 4 weekends until the spring market kicks off. So these are the sort of things that if you're putting out there, we came back before to Instagram with the caption. These are the sort of tools and the content that is going to connect you with a buyer or a seller or a tenant or a landlord to get them engaging with your content. Simply putting out standing out in front of a sold sticker or lease sticker or for sale sign, that's not going to really move the needle for someone who's not in transactional mode. So this is what we want to do. We want to get them into your world before they're thinking about making a shift. Now, if we go to, can you see this screen?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. This is what I'm talking about. The selling in spring starts in winter. So Mark, I know I've gone over time a little bit with what we were...
No, keep going. That's all right. Yes.
Okay. So Mark, I'll give your platform a little bit of a spruik here because this is what we have built for you guys. So at the moment, what we've got running is the selling in spring starts in winter campaign. So as a client of Mark's, as you said, we've worked together for a couple of years now. We've designed the images for you. Not only have we designed images for you, we've also written the social media caption for you. Now, we come back to what we were talking about earlier as far as those captions getting picked up from Google, the index. I don't want you having to sit there thinking about what do I write to go with this image. We've actually done it for you with the wording that will help pull you up. So there's 22 images here. And that equates to, if we go back up the top here, as part of the Selling in Spring campaign, everything's done through Canva. There is a template with everything that you can go in and change it, tweak it to your heart's content if you want to do something that's a little bit more personalized, but it's also a calendar. So you can see here on every Tuesday and Thursday, again, you can edit this, but there's 2 posts a week over that 3 months. So it's got June, July, August. So that's 2 posts a week over 3 months about preparing your property for a spring sale. So when we come back to the, Mark, when you were saying you've still got to do the work, okay, great, but where do we start? Okay, let's start with a calendar. Let's start with these 22 tips and then build it out. If we go back to the page, we've also got a booklet. Now, again, I don't want you guys having to go and create everything, but we've got a booklet in there for you guys as well to take and run and download. Also, all your social media ads. We're talking about running the social ads. That's all done. It's all just simple download. If we go back to, where are we? Move that one there. Go back to the home page, which is here. Everything that you need as far as the instant property report, if we go to the email, it's all done for you. Simply click on that. This is basically what it's all about. Here's all your imagery. Here's all your links. Everything is absolutely there. What it gives your audience. If you're looking for rentals, if you're trying to grow a rent roll as well, a portfolio, absolutely everything is in there with the backlink as well, as far as anything that you need. So 28 property marketing points. You put a property on the market. Here's a checklist. The pre-market, the week 1, week 2, week 3 tells you pretty much everything that you want to do to build or make the most out of a particular listing. So there's 28 times to market a property. This is a typical auction campaign. And yeah, I know I've ran through that, Mark, but that is pretty much what is in your platform and how we basically coach agents as far as do the work, have a plan, talk to your audience, don't talk at them, and have some kind of a structure in place to really build a brand.
And Nick, just so people know, if they hopefully they come through us. So I know we've got some people from our team on here today that can go through, but if not, Bespoke Media, you can come and have this done as well, and work for you as well on that as so we go through.
They can, but if they come with Agency HQ, they get it for free.
That's very true. Mate, just so we know for you too, what are you seeing this year? Because I know you're a big fan of TikTok, which people still don't talk about enough. And what else are you seeing that's out there that's coming up that can help people with the lead gen?
Look, don't discount. If there's one thing I can say, please don't discount TikTok. I know people think it is an app for kids, and that is so frustrating for me to hear, because I've just had a member of mine sold 2 properties through TikTok in Melbourne over the past 6 weeks. We have had 12 property sales in Australia on TikTok in the last 6 months. It's here. It's where the next generation's coming through. So if we look at lead gen, look, you need to be on, I hate to say this, you need to be on Facebook. You do need to be on this. You need to be there, because the one thing I would hate to see is it's not even going to be 5 years' time. In a couple of years' time, when you think or you are forced onto TikTok, it's going to be too late, and you're going to have to spend a lot of money to get on there. So as far as what's coming next, I think it's value content. I don't think this whole look at me. We've had a shift, and we've got to shift with that. People don't care about us as much as we think they do.
And the big one, mate, just so we've talked about this a lot, ChatGPT as opposed to Google.
ChatGPT, I don't know about you guys. I can't remember the last time I have Googled something. I go to ChatGPT. Even I was trying to do something with our app the other day, and I'm sending screenshots to ChatGPT. If you run ChatGPT correctly, right? So let's just say I'm sitting here in Bondi Beach, and I put into Bondi Beach. So Mark, let's just say for instance, you're a vendor, and I know that you've got a 1-bedroom apartment and investment that you want to sell. I will chuck into ChatGPT. Who is the buyer for this? Give me 4 social media ads. So when I come to you and say, Mark, I'm going to do social, but AI has told me your buyer is this. They are a young couple. They want to live close to the beach. They want this school catchment or whatever they want to do. Boom, we're going to write 4 ad copies. We're going to do 4 email alerts to our database. We're going to do 4 social media ads. All of a sudden, you're a legend, because you've got 4 different ads that you're going to do, 4 different socials, 4 different emails, 4 different visual images. You're going to attack different markets. That just elevates you without having to do too much work.
Excellent. We'll come back to that. I want to move on to Facundo. We're very lucky. Actually, I'll give him a plug, because Simon joined us up in Northern Territory having our first Darwin. He said, "Mate, we've got to have Pro," and I said, "Oh, we've never had Pro," and he introduced it to us, and we just fell in love with it. Facundo, it's a great idea, and it's a really good value, and there's a lot of stuff coming with it too, including an app we talked about this morning. So I'll let you just take through some of the things that can help agents by being a part of Pro. And again, it's REA product is something we happen to do it as part of our offering, but obviously people with REA can talk about Pro as well. But I'll let you tell a bit more about it. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Mark, and thank you, Nick, as well. Honestly, I couldn't agree more regarding the exposure and the social media and how we need to embed all of these new tools into our world. If we don't embed those ones, we're going to stay behind. So the more we can be out there exposing ourselves and being creative on the way that we put our captions and the way that we are market ourselves, besides of the regular going only to REA or domain and so forth, it's only going to be a win for you, not only for your listings, but for your branding and self exposure as well. So that's great. And on saying that, yes, we have brought. We're going to be linking what Nick explained a little bit on how we can see those leads that are coming through into Ignite, but also there's a few new tools that can help you with exposure. Like, for example, I'm going to be showing you now, but you're able to add agent reels now, like Instagram stories, but into your agent profile. So you're going to be able to humanize a little bit more, besides of just showing some stats on how many properties you sold, what's the median price that you sold. Just being able to add a video to you to expose yourself a bit more. We are exploring based on I like the way that you were explaining this, Nick, on how people are maybe searching of, is this a family home? We are able now to, in the future, I think it's in a beta version at the moment, but instead of just very specific searching for a one bedroom, two bathroom, two car park, to put give me a family, or give me a family, or give me a home with two garage that has a black roof and has the size of this garden, and it will bring up all the listings that are available in there. So we're working on that at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share my screen a little bit just to show you a little bit on the leads that are coming through, how you can find the information on the leads, but also how you can find yourself leads that are coming through your buyer inquiries as well. As you know, majority of buyers, they want to sell as well. So it's a bit of a tool that is coming with the Pro subscription to help you keep working on those lead generations as well. So I'm impersonating here Mark in this account. By the record, there's a lot of privacy in here, so there's a lot of things that I won't be able to see. And of course, this is good news because I don't want to share those a lot of details here to everyone. But when we are in Ignite, if we click on our inbox, here's where you can see the leads that I have coming through. Now we are able to add here a seller score or the propensity score to let you know how hot these people are wanting to sell. Of course, you have your time frame, who else they have contact, when has been received. The leads that are coming through the agency, this will be going through the agency email that is attached to your agent admin. No one is going to be, majority of every single agent in here will be receiving an email when these leads come through. So it's always good to check on these agency ones, so someone can look after them. So you have different requests. So you have listing people who want to have your property for you to manage them. You have your selling ones, and of course you have as well like bank valuations, people that are wanting to get an appraisal for the listing. So when I click in one of these, let's just go to a seller lead. But basically, we're going to be able to give you all the information that you need, or majority. So we'll give you a bit of specs on the property itself, property information, the sale history, and then of course we'll give you a sell readiness. So we have 200 different touch points or behaviors where we can understand when a seller is behaving as a seller, and we can let you know if they're in an early, mid, or late stage, and also let you know when there's a agent research. So if they have contact more people in here, so that can give you a bit of an idea on what's the type of property and so forth. So basically, you can go through the inbox and just have a look to all the seller leads that you have received. it's of course very important to be able to contact them as soon as you can, because they may be contacting more than one agent. Definitely, we don't want to miss out. Now, if I want to share my screen for in here. No, this is the same one. One second, eh? Okay. So if I share my screen, let's go again. Again with the screen sharing.
Mate, I'm glad it's not just me.
I'm back. I'm in the club now.
You would think after COVID and all that, we would be all across
Right?
this.
I know. That's it. Okay. Can you see here the inbox?
Yep.
Can you see this? Perfect. So if we click on the inquiries and click on the seller leads, this is where we can understand as well when a buyer is on a selling journey. So if I click on this lead, this will be able to give me the buyer inquiry score. So how hot they're wanting they're prepared of wanting to buy. And as well, giving you a bit of a history on the search results on where is that they've been inquiring and what sort of property that they've been inquiring. But if I go to the potential seller lead, this is of course them telling us, tell us we want to buy and sell the property. And from there is when we can do the whole investigation. So we give you the sell readiness. And of course, we give you as well the proper information on where is the predicted selling area. So if it's very far away from you, you will consider this or not. Of course, you treat every single inquiry as a seller lead as well, but this at least will give you a bit more of information and can help you a bit more to get that lead across the line. Perfect. So part of the pro subscription as well, I'm a little bit conscious of time in here, maybe go over a little bit, but what I wanted to show you is part of the new tools coming here in Pro. For that, I will just go back to my other screen. There you go. So if I go prospecting, what we have now is the CMA tool. So the CMA tool will give you access to understand the property market, what's available, and also let you know a little bit of the history of each listing, create comparable properties, so then you can create a presentation to share this across. And also we created a market update. So it's a nicer way to do a presentation to your landlords or to potential vendors, letting them know very nice with your whole branding, what's the new prices of their listing. So with what we have now in Pro is on the CMA, before you could just search for a single listing. Now you can search for a suburb and see at a glance all the history in there. So if I go to, for example, let's go Paddington in Queensland. There you go. We can see now all the properties have transacted in the past, or at least the ones that we have record of. So once we, let's just go to one of these listings in here. Let's just click the one that I wanted. Why does it keep disappearing? Anyway, we'll pick a listing in here. And once we'll be able to see the information of each listing. We can create an AI summary and let you know the property estimated value, how much it is, and part of the property of the similar that recently sold. And when we see here the information of this listing is where we can create a report. You can create a CMA report in here and do the comparables with other potential listings in there. So you can
Because
filter.
the other good thing is too, it's real time on the REA, right? So
Correct. Yeah. So the CMA tool is excellent on having up-to-date data compared to Price Finder or CoreLogic. It might take up to 2 weeks to get the information, but as you know, the first things happen in REA or when people are adding their listings, unless they have sold off market. But we're going to be able to let you know property that has been listed on the day. So anyone who's having a property management and want to do some market updates or do lease renewals, this will be able to help you understand properties that have been listed on the day or a closer date from today. So if I go here in this date, this was leased yesterday, for example. So I can do comparables with properties that this information, it will go to CoreLogic or Price Finder in the next 2 weeks. So at least you have that information clear in here. But let's just go for the sold section. And we can see properties have been sold in this area on the 2-kilometer radius, the 1st of August, for example. Now, these, for example, unconfirmed price are prices that are currently withheld on REA, that they haven't showed the price. But with the CMA tool, we'll be able to disclose those prices with you. But well, and then you continue so forth to add your listings, analyze these. You can add your notes in here, get some insights. So see the sales in Paddington. This is not the best of examples. Let's just do here a 3-bedroom. There you go. So now we can see the median sale price, sold volume, the potential buyers, so the demand, and how many properties are for sale, and see the information and so forth. And you can add these for the rent, for sales, and go so forth. Then you can add here the price estimate. You can add the manual in there or the rental estimate, add your notes, create a report, and then you can see the digital reporting. So you can send this link across, that this link is all interactive, and see your full brand in here, where your properties are located that you are comparing. A bit far away from them, but that will do. Market insights, that this is all interactive, and see the buyer activity, and then your branding back again. So this is all ready for you guys to use. If you're using the Pro subscription, it's ready for you to start using it. Have a play around. It's a great tool just to gather information quick and to do nice presentations as well. If I go to market update, this is the new addition, that this is available for everyone. But basically what we're going to be doing is we can search for a property in here. Let's just go in Paddington. Again, let's just search for a listing. We can create, I think this is a commercial listing. There you go. We can create a report, market update. We select here, let's go Queensland, select template. And it will not let me create it full because I'm impersonating you, but basically you're going to be able to see more nicely the price update with a bit of a background and information of what is that you want to add in here. So this is all included to keep nurturing your landlords, your vendors, and keep having more chances to create more leads coming into you. This is yes.
Sorry, go. Yeah, no, so keep going. I'll let you.
No, that's all good. This is just to give you an example on the new agent reels that you can add this through your Ignite account. So you can click on the video now. It's just a 45 minutes video, but it's basically for you to start exposing yourself a bit more, to humanize a bit more yourself as an agent, and being able to explain everyone why they're the best in what you do.
So where's that take the place of Facundo? Where that will be? Is that like if you go onto there on realestate.com and then and when you click on their figure, that's when the full video comes up, yeah?
That's correct. Yeah, this is all live at the moment, Mark.
Okay.
So this is ready for you to start using it. You can manage your videos and everything through Ignite as well. So if I go through the subscriptions and products, sorry, products and features in here. Let's just go through. I think you may have to get some the right permissions in here that we can go through all of this
Yep.
internally, because it's very, very technical and I want to bore you. But you're able now to add those videos, which is great, and will help the team a lot to expose a bit more.
But the other big thing is too, just we won't go into too much, but also the opportunity for Audience Maximizer, which comes as part of now with the Pro, which goes onto your bigger subscription, and that's the Just Listed and Just Sold goes out to what's the audience again?
That's correct. So the new Audience Maximizer tool, that is great to link it to what Nick was explaining, is our new tool that will help you just be on working with our own database of 12 million people that are across realestate.com. The reality is we are having a bit of 12 to 13 visits per month on site. And then they're spending about 45 minutes per person per month as well on our site. Usually, Nick, you know more than me, but a human, an adult, is spending about 5 to 6 hours on the phone a day. So it's how to make sure that we keep showing or putting your listings in front of the right people at the right time when people are not looking on our site. And this is where Audience Maximizer comes into place. So with this new tool that is now you have added in every single one of your listings, we're going to be able to go and go outside of REA on a 10-kilometer radius, just showing your listing on Instagram, Facebook, and thousands of websites to people who have searched by similar listings on the past 60 days. So based on all of our data, we're going to be able to share those listings on social media and make sure that there's no stone unturned, and we can get as many offers as possible.
I just think, guys, on top of that, we talk about offers, and yes, it's good for the property. It's also good for you. The more people see your name pop up on listings and Just Sold, especially when they're looking, we talked about before, it's when they're looking and you've got to get them. It's like anything else in life, that it's, when are they there? They might be on their phone at 8 o'clock at night, last thing they're thinking about, but they might be talking about going to sell or going to do whatever. And like Nick said, it pops up as a, get your property appraisal. Then they see the next thing, it's like Just Sold by Nick Friend on REA, and you go, let me see what it's worth. And it all leads into the same thing. That's awareness, and when they're ready, they know your name. And look, you're not going to win every listing, but you want to be called into every listing, was our old motto. And and that's how you do it, by the brand awareness. I suppose,
But
guys,
Mark,
we're a bit over time, but if I go back to each of you, the top 3 things you'd be doing now to build your business. Start with you, Nick.
look, I just think number one, if you look at everything that you've learnt today, so you've got what I would do, REA, I would leave REA to be doing my property marketing. We can see there 568 Coles Creek Road, 15,000 views, 240 inquiries. I'd be leaving that to do my property marketing. I'd be using something like the spring campaign with that calendar to be doing my prospecting. And then I would be doing my letterbox drop with the QR code to be getting my future business. So I'd be nurturing my database with the content that we've got in the agency HQ for the people that already follow me. I'd be letting REA be doing my property marketing, and I'd be letting that QR code be doing my prospecting for my appraisal. So those are the 3 things I would do today.
Lovely. Facundo?
Definitely. I will definitely keep using that Audience Maximizer extra exposure. With these new video features with the Agent Reels, I will start definitely doing that. That will help you a lot to humanize you and to people to see you before they judge you on how you're working. But also making sure that we are on top of those leads right away. We don't want to waste time of 1, 2, 3 days. As soon as a lead comes through, please action that one right away, because if they're not going through to you, they're going to go with someone else. And also make sure that you're working with those buyer inquiries if you're with the pro subscription, and treat every single buyer inquiry as a seller lead in there too.
Excellent. Guys, thank you so much. I think, look, it's not rocket science, but stuff you just got to follow up on. That's out there, and you can do it, and it's available. There's some great stuff out there without having to worry about going just doing anything that's really rocket science stuff. It's all there. It's all available. Either through us, obviously, we'd love to see people join us, but if not, through Nick, through Facundo, through the companies there, that there's so much out there that you can do to lead generation that doesn't cost a fortune, that's effective, and follow up on, and then at least you get the brand awareness. After that, you have got to go out there, you've got to door knock, you've got to make calls, you still got to do all the old stuff agents do to make a living, but this makes it a lot easier for you to get your name out there than it was in the old days, believe me. So I hope everyone's got something from this. If you want to share it with a friend, just get in touch, email below, and we're happy to share the video, and we'll put it out there on a link as well. But again, thank you so much to Facundo from REA and Nick Friend from Bespoke, and our Real Estate Today #1 real estate bulletin in Australia and New Zealand.
And we've just entered the United States this week. So anyone overseas, hit me up.
Very good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Nick.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, mate.
Bye-bye, team. Bye-bye.